The Constitution of the United States, a document drafted by forward-thinking individuals who appreciated the dangers of tyranny, does not promise equal outcomes. Rather, it guarantees equal rights and opportunities. The principle of equality, a cornerstone of democratic societies, is deeply rooted in the idea of equal opportunity, the notion that everyone should have a fair shot at success. This concept is fundamentally distinct from the ideology of, quote, equal outcomes, end quote, which guarantees identical results for everyone, irrespective of effort, talent, or innovation. Equality of outcome is a seductive concept. It promises a world without disparity or struggle. However, this notion undermines the core tenets of free markets, competition, and innovation that have been the driving force behind our society's economic prosperity and advancement. The Declaration of Independence statement that, quote, all men are created equal, end quote, signifies that all individuals are endowed with the same inherent rights and that they are equally worthy of respect and dignity. This phrase is generally interpreted as a call for equal treatment and opportunities, rather than a guarantee of identical results. This profound statement, however, does not imply that all men will achieve equal outcomes. Rather, it signifies that all men are endowed with the same inherent rights and that they are equally worthy of respect and dignity. It is a call for fair treatment and equal opportunities, not a guarantee of uniform results. The Constitution of the United States, a document drafted by forward-thinking individuals who appreciated the dangers of tyranny, does not promise equal outcomes. Rather, it guarantees equal rights and opportunities. This foundational text ensures that every citizen has the same fundamental rights, echoing the Declaration, that of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Constitution is essentially silent on the matter of ensuring equal outcomes, a silence that underscores the drafter's understanding of human nature and the importance of individual agency, meritocracy, and free market principles. Renowned constitutional scholars also reflect on this difference. They argue that the Constitution's promise of equality under the law is not a guarantee of equal outcomes. Instead, it is a promise of equal treatment, a commitment to impartiality and fairness. Legal scholar Robert H. Bork, for instance, argued that, quote, in terms of the Constitution, equality refers to the equal protection of the laws, end quote, which does not extend to ensuring uniform outcomes in life. The free market system, an essential aspect of our society, thrives on the principles of competition, innovation, and consumer choice. The market is a dynamic system that rewards efficiency, innovation, and hard work. It is a platform where individuals can compete on a level playing field, leading to the creation of new products, improved services, and economic growth. A guarantee of equal outcomes would stifle this dynamism, extinguishing competition and discouraging innovation. In contrast, the concept of equality of outcomes rests on the notion that everyone should have the same level of material wealth and social standing regardless of their individual efforts or abilities. This idea, seductive in its apparent fairness, is a cornerstone of many communist philosophies. However, in practice, it has often led to disastrous consequences, both economically and culturally. Consider the Soviet Union, a nation that wholeheartedly embraced the principle of equality of outcomes. Despite initial hopes for prosperity and fairness, the Soviet economy was characterized by stagnation, inefficiency, and widespread poverty. The central planning that drove the Soviet economy disregarded the intricate web of individual desires, talents, and efforts that naturally guide economic activity. This resulted in a mismatch of supply and demand, with shortages of basic goods and services becoming the norm. When the rewards of hard work and innovation are stripped away, the incentive to strive for excellence diminishes. A system that does not reward individual effort or skill discourages initiative and creativity. The Soviet Union suffered from this stifling of innovation. with its technology and industries lagging behind those of its Western counterparts. The cultural implications of equality of outcomes are no less severe. When outcomes are predetermined, competition becomes a threat rather than a source of motivation. This breeds resentment and hostility, turning people against each other in a society that should foster cooperation and mutual respect. In the Soviet Union, the state's intrusive control over every aspect of life led to widespread distrust and fear, further fracturing social unity. Moreover, the pursuit of equality of outcomes often necessitates a powerful central authority to enforce redistribution. This can lead to the concentration of power in the hands of a few, ironically fostering a new form of inequality. In the Soviet Union, this led to an authoritarian regime marked by brutal repression and a disregard for individual liberties. As former congressman and director of the Office of Management and Budget David Stockman noted in his book, quote, "The Triumph of Politics," end quote, he said, quote, "Those who believe in equality of opportunity start with history and society as they are, and place the burden of proof on those who would use the policy instruments of the state to bring about artificial change. Those who believe in equality of outcomes start with an abstraction, a vision of the good and just society, and places the burden of defense on the bloody process. Implicit in the former is a profound regard for the complexity and fragility of the social and economic order, and a consequent fear that policy interventions may do more harm and injustice than good. By contrast, the activist impulses of the latter derive from the view that a free society is the natural incubator of ills and injustices," end quote. The pursuit of equality of outcomes in the Soviet Union and other similar regimes resulted in economic inefficiency, a social division, and the undermining of individual liberty. These historical examples serve as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of such an approach. Critics argue that the pursuit of equality of opportunity can still lead to significant disparities in outcome. This is undoubtedly true. However, it is essential to remember that the goal is not to eliminate disparity, but to ensure that these disparities are not the result of arbitrary discrimination and unfair practices. Moreover, a certain level of inequality can serve as a motivating factor, encouraging individuals to strive for betterment, to innovate, and to contribute to society's progress. The principle of equality of opportunity, rather than equality of outcomes, promotes a healthier society. It encourages personal growth and accountability, rewards hard work and innovation, and respects individual liberty. This principle aligns with the Constitution's guiding tenets and the Declaration of Independence's profound assertion that, quote, "all men are created equal," end quote. In conclusion, a focus on equal outcomes can lead to unintended consequences, including stifling innovation, suppressed competition, and a disregard for individual liberty and choice. Conversely, a commitment to equal opportunity fosters a dynamic society where individuals are free to chart their own paths, innovate, and contribute to societal progress. The Constitution and our nation's founding documents endorse this principle of equal opportunity, a principle that has been instrumental in shaping the American ethos of liberty, hard work, and individualism. This is the path we must continue to tread. This essay was written by Andrew Langer, and he is the president of the Institute for Liberty. I thank you for joining us today. I am Janine Turner, founder of Constituting America. I and Kathy Gillespie, Constituting America's CEO, welcome you to our 13th annual 90-day study. We have this study every year, and it's entitled 90 plus 90 equals 180. History holds the key to the future, because knowing history really predicts our future. Be sure to check out last year's study on American exceptionalism, because if you're ever in a discussion where someone says America is not exceptional, Last year's study gives you 90 tools in your toolbox to express and explain and reveal how and why America truly is exceptional. Have a wonderful day, and we'll meet you right back here tomorrow.